Hi guys, today I'm in Singapore and I'm going to be showing you how to eat cheaply in Singapore as part of my How to Travel to Singapore on a Budget series. So let's get into it. So the first hawker that I've come to today is Lau Pa Sat in the Central Business District. So let's go check it out. So Singapore's hawker centres actually evolved from street food culture and they are an integral part of Singapore's community and life. These hawker centres basically act as community dining centres. It's important to note that these hawker centres are designed to be affordable to feed the nation. It is some of the, if not the cheapest food that you are going to find in Singapore, and it is the best food that you're going to find in Singapore because it is local, and each of these hawkers or stalls that you can see here actually specify in their own culinary dishes, so their recipes and skills are likely to have derived from generations before, so they're going to be perfected, and the stuff they cook here is honestly, it's going to be some of the best food that you can eat in Singapore. And of course, like I said before, it's affordable. You are more than likely going to find a meal for under $10. My meal earlier cost $7. These hawker centres are a good example of Singapore's multicultural society. They have food from all sorts of different cultures, including Malay, Chinese and Indian, and in some hawkers also a lot more. The history is kind of, along with the architecture, what makes this place so interesting. So this place was actually built in 1824 as a fish market. And then since then, it's obviously become a local food market in Singapore. And fun fact, this is also one of the oldest Victorian structures in the whole of Southeast Asia. If you're looking to come to Lau Pa Sat and you want to do it cheaply, then the nearest MRT stations are Telok-Ayer and Raffles Place MRT. And you can also get the bus here really easily. Now, I'm sorry if it's kind of hard to hear me. They're playing music at this place. So as you can tell, it's like a really atmospheric place. It's really busy and it's also right in the heart of the Central Business District, which is the centre of the city. So there is a lot going on. There's so much atmosphere, but you can also hear the bell from the clock tower in the hawker centre actually chiming now. So Lau Pa Sat is actually really famous for its satay street. At 7 p.m. every night, they close the street next to Lau Pa Sat Food Centre and they actually open it up to all of the people that are coming to Lau Pa Sat to eat. They put tables and chairs out on the street and people can go and sit out there. The satay stalls are right next to it, so you can go and get your satay, you can go and get your drinks, you can go and sit out on the road. It is one of the most atmospheric places that I have been in the whole of Singapore. It is absolutely incredible. Just keep in mind that this hawker centre gets so busy during the night, but also it is actually really busy around this time, so 12, 1, 2, during the weekdays. It's about a 5-minute walk away from Marina Bay Sands as well, so it's so easy to get to. Price-wise, Lau Pa Sat is so cheap. The meal that I got that I'll show you now cost me $7, $7 Singapore dollars, which is so cheap. Yes, it's slightly more pricey, more expensive than other local hawkers. Okay, so in terms of food and drink, I always reach for the Indian food here at Lau Pa Sat. But this place has so much food to offer. So even if you are a little bit fussy, you don't have to worry. Like, I'm sure you were going to find something to eat here. Honestly, they have everything. The most popular thing I would say here is the satay, which opens up at night. I believe it opens up when they open up the road, which is around 7 p.m. The satay tends to be a little bit more pricey. I just check that you don't have to buy the sets. You can buy however much you want and just check what the prices are for that. In terms of drinks, my favourite drinks to get at a hawker are lime juice because they are so refreshing, or my favourite new find is sugarcane juice, which is really popular in Singapore. Now, I thought that I'd just outline again that this place is in the centre of the Central Business District, so it's really easy to get to, especially if you're in places like Marina Bay Sands or Raffles or anywhere around there. I 100% recommend coming here for lunch or dinner. And also, if you're looking to come for drinks, beers in Singapore, then I definitely recommend coming here. And the coffee to show you is Maxwell Food Centre located in Chinatown. Now, Maxwell Food Centre is actually located right in the heart of Chinatown. It's actually about a 1-minute walk away from the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple, which you can actually see there behind me. So it's super close. So if you're in Chinatown and you want to get some lunch or dinner, then I definitely recommend coming to Maxwell Food Centre. If you're getting the MRT to Maxwell Food Centre, the nearest MRT stations are actually Maxwell MRT, which is actually really close. There is actually Chinatown MRT station. You can just walk from Chinatown MRT station, and then of course you can get the bus as well. All of those public transport options are really cheap. Now, because of its proximity to Chinatown, food at Maxwell Food Centre is predominantly Chinese food, but there is also some other food. I just saw when I went in there, there's Vietnamese food as well. For my drink, I actually went for a sugarcane and lemon juice again. This was about $2.30, so I think it was around the same price as Lau Pa Sat. Historically, this wet market actually dates back to the 1900s. Again, the food in Maxwell Food Centre is really affordable. You can probably get a meal for average around $6, $7, but definitely you'll get a meal for under $10 here. There are some really popular stalls, food stalls here, and one is actually a Michelin star food stall. So if you come at busy times, there is usually a really long queue. It is definitely very popular. Again, super cheap, super affordable, and really good food. It is a really popular hawker for both tourists and for locals, so it does get busy, but it is currently 10 to 4 right now, and I don't know if you can see, it's not super busy if you're going to come here at 12, 1, 2, just bear in mind that it is busy. The third hawker centre that I've come to is actually a couple of days later, but I've come to Tiong Market. Now, Tiong Market is located in a small neighbourhood that is famous for its Art Deco architecture in Singapore. And there are lots of independent cafes and shops and restaurants around here. It's a really lovely neighbourhood. You can get to see a little bit more of the heart of Singapore around here. If you want to come to Tiong Market, then I recommend you getting the bus. That's probably the easiest way to get here. So Tiong Market is actually located about a 20-minute bus ride away from the central business district where Lau Pa Sat is. So it's not that far out of the central area in Singapore. It's really easy to get to. And this hawker centre actually has such a wide variety of food. It really is one of my favourite hawker centres to come to. One thing to bear in mind about this hawker centre is that it is busy at peak times like lunchtime and dinner time, but during the day, time between lunchtime and dinner time is really empty, and a lot of the stalls do close. So as you can see behind me right now, it's about 5 p.m. and a lot of the stalls are closed, and they'll be opening up again later for dinner time. They have these huge fans that I'll show you, big fans up on the ceiling, so it's really nice and cool in here. It's really not too hot at all, and there is such a great variety of food in this hawker centre that I will show you. Now, the good thing about this hawker centre is that I would consider it a local hawker centre, therefore the prices are going to reflect that. You would probably be paying slightly cheaper than you would be at Lau Pa Sat or Maxwell. So Newton Food Centre is actually the fourth hawker centre that I'm going to in this video, and it's actually the last hawker centre that I'm going to feature in this video. If you want to come to Newton Food Centre, the nearest MRT station is actually Newton MRT station, and it's about a 4 or 5 minute walk from Newton MRT. Now, Newton Food Centre is actually one of the coolest hawker centres in Singapore, not only because of how it looks and all of the food that it has, but also because it is actually a hawker centre that features in Crazy Rich Asians.
It's calling me, like the rainbow, like the rainbow. It's calling me, like the rainbow.
It's actually one of the newer hawker centres in Singapore, opening in 1970, and it was the first hawker centre that was opened with a garden in it. The hawker centre not only has this beautiful outdoor seating area, it has indoor seating area, but it also has a courtyard in the middle. In the evening / at night, it has the best atmosphere. I would say that, along with Lau Pa Sat, actually has one of the best atmospheres. Newton Food Centre is actually famous for its seafood. So if you come here, I would definitely recommend trying the chili crab or the seafood satay. It is the thing that Newton Food Centre is most well known for, but there's also so much other food that you can try. A lot of it is seafood, but a lot of it isn't. I probably should mention that this hawker centre can be a little bit more expensive than other hawker centres, especially other hawker centres featured in this video, because it is famous for being in Crazy Rich Asians, but also because it is a lot of seafood, and seafood is more expensive, especially if you're going to be getting chili crab, then expect to be paying tens of dollars for that. And chili crab is more expensive, but honestly, it's worth it. Chili crab is definitely something you should try if you come to Singapore, and the seafood here is really popular. Okay guys, that's it for part 1 of where to eat cheaply in Singapore. I really hope it helped you guys. Let me know down in the comments if it did, and I'm going to be doing a part 2, so please make sure to let me know down in the comments below what you want to see. Below in the description, the link to my How to Travel Singapore on a Budget guide on Etsy, so be sure to go and check that out if you want to learn more as well. Thanks guys, see you in the next video.